All right, so let's get started. So hi everyone, I'm Coach Victoria from the New Mexico gym, and we're going to do a live today. We're going to do some flyer stretch. We're going to basically do what I would do in like a typical flyer stretch class. This is just not for flyers. This is great for anyone. You don't have to be a flyer to do these things. This will just help with general flexibility, and you can use it. Who doesn't want to have beautiful body positions, right? So I have Riley and Taylor joining us. Say hi, friends. And they're going to be my demos because I am not Flexy and I should probably not be pulling heel stretches. So let's just get started. Let's just do 50 jumping jacks to start off to get us warm. Okay, so go ahead and 5, 6, 7, 8 and do 50 jumping jacks.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Hi, Kendall. It's okay that you're a base. We like flexy bases too.
50.
Yay, okay, so let's just, we're going to warm up our bodies a little bit. So we're just going to start with some arm circles. So we're going to do 10 forward and 10 back. Go ahead, friends, you can go.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10.
All right, and then we're just going to stretch our arms. We can go right arm across or left arm, whatever you want to start with. I'm going to hold that for like 10 seconds. And then switch arms. All right, and then we're going to interlock our hands behind our back and really stretch our shoulders. You should feel this in like your upper back and your shoulders. I really feel it. All right, now we're going to stretch out our legs. So we're going to put our feet together, arms start with them up, and then we're going to reach over into a pike position. And then we're going to bend it down into a pike or to a tuck. So bend into like a nugget position. Yep. Keep your hands on the ground. Can we turn the camera so we can see you on the ground?
Yeah.
Perfect. So we're going to go from a pike. We're going to bend our knees into a tuck. And then we're going to stretch it back up into a pike. Walk it out to a push-up position. Hold it. Walk it back to a pike. Bend it back to a tuck position. One more time to a pike. And stand it up. This is really going to stretch out our lower back, our hamstrings. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. Okay, so back to a pike. Bend to a tuck position. Back up to a pike. Walk it out to a push-up. Hold that. Walk it back to a pike. Down to a tuck. And back up to a pike. And stand it up. Oh, do you feel that?
Yeah.
All right, one more. All right, down to a pike. Bend it to a tuck. Back up to a pike. Walk it out to a push-up. Back into a pike. Down to a tuck. Back up to a pike. And stand it up. Good. All right, now we're going to split our legs into a straddle. Start standing. Let's start with our arms up, and let's reach over to our foot to the right. And we're going to tap our foot 5 times. So we're going to bounce a little bit and tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to reach our arms up and go over to the left. And we're going to do the same thing 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to reach our arms up again. And we're going to go down to the middle and bounce 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And then we're going to stay in that straddle and we're going to stretch out some more. So we're going to bend our right leg. We're going to bend over to the right. Yep, just like that. Yes, we're going to stretch that out. We're going to hold that. And then we're going to go over to the left. And then we're going to go to the middle, both legs bent. Yeah, really stretching. Good. And then back to the right. Over to the left. And to the middle. We're going to do it 3 more times. So to the right. To the left. And to the middle. And we got 2 more. So over to the right. Over to the left. And to the middle. One more time. Right. Left. Middle. Awesome. Now we're going to stand it back up. And we're going to split our legs the other way. So we're going to go into a lunge. Okay, so let's start with our right leg in front. So we're both doing the same leg. Yep, and we're going to bend our front leg, reach both hands forward, keeping that back leg straight. Yeah, and we're going to hold that for a few seconds, and then we're going to straighten our front leg, keeping our hands on the ground. Straighten your front leg. Straighten both of your legs, friends. Yeah, straighten them. Yeah, like that. And really stretch your hamstring. We're going to hold that, and then we're going to go back down to the lunge. And then we're going to straighten our legs again. And one more time, back to the lunge. And straighten them again. Perfect. All right, now we can stand up. Switch legs. Down to the lunge, yep. Make sure that back leg is super straight. Make sure your hips are in line and we're not like open our hips and turn to the side. And then let's straighten that front leg. Yep, and then back to the bend. Don't fall over. And then straighten your front leg. Back down to the bend it. Yeah. And then one more time, straighten it out. Really feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Perfect. You guys can stand it up. So now our lower back's really stretched, our hamstrings are really stretched, our arms are stretched. Now we're going to do some wall bridges. Okay, so you want to find a spot against the wall. Start with your arms up by your ears. And then we're going to go ahead and walk all the way down the wall, and then we're going to walk it all the way back up. Good. We're going to do that 3 times. So go ahead and do 2 more of those. Let's really get our backs warm and stretched out. Perfect. Now we're just going to warm up our hip flexors a little bit. We're going to do some leg lifts. So you can do this standing against a wall, or if you just if you have a table or something and want to put your foot there. But we're going to lift our leg up off the ground, pointed, straight leg, and then we're just going to lift it and pulse it 25 times. Yeah? So go ahead and go. You can do that. Yep, make sure really controlled. We're going to make sure our leg is straight and our toe is pointed the whole time. Yeah, we're not just kicking and pulling our hips off the wall. Yeah, this is really going to warm up and really strengthen our hip flexors as we do this and help us with our heel stretches. And once you do 25 on that leg, you're going to switch legs and do 25 on the other leg. Really make sure we're keeping those legs straight and pointed toes. Super important as we stretch that we really remember that, like keeping our legs straight, keeping our toes pointed. It's not really helping us to, have loose, bent legs. It's going to be more productive to get those good habits in with our straight legs and pointed toes. All right, and then when we do those, we're going to turn around and we're going to do back leg kicks. Okay, we want to make sure when we do this, we're trying not to arch our back. Yes, we're really using our hip muscles and to lift our legs. Same thing, straight legs, pointed toes. Y'all can go. And we're going to do 25 on each leg too. If you're super flexy, you can definitely kick that leg a little bit higher. Just make sure we're keeping our legs straight and toes pointed and we're not like getting crazy. All right, so now that that's like basically like our warm up, we've gotten everything warm and nice and stretched out. So now we're gonna get into our actual stretching, okay? So let's just go ahead and slide into a right split. Okay, so just go ahead and get into a split. Yep, we want to make sure when we're in our splits that both our front knee is facing up and our back knee is facing down, and that shoelace in the back is facing straight down to the ground. When you're in that stretch, see how my friends are like straight up with their back. We want to make sure our hips are squared. Okay, we're going to reach up with our arms, and then we're going to reach forward to our front foot. If you're not down in your split all the way, friends, it's totally okay. You can still just reach forward to your foot. You're still going to get a good stretch out of that. Okay, we're going to hold that for a few seconds, and then we're going to reach back up, and we're going to try to reach backwards towards our back foot. Okay, we want to make sure when we do this, we're not like leaning over to the side. Yeah, if all you can do is just stay straight up and down with your arms up, that's fine too. But this will really help us stretch for our scorpions. Yep, all right, cool. You can come out of that, and we're going to go into our left split. Perfect. Same thing with our left split. Make sure those hips are centered and squared. Awesome. And we're going to reach up and we're going to reach forward towards that front foot. Again, make sure we're not like falling over to the side when we do this because that's going to stretch our body positions incorrectly. And then we're going to reach up with our arms and we're going to reach back. This is our non-flying leg, huh? It's super important to stretch both sides of your body. Yes, we want to be equally flexible on both legs. All right, we're going to go ahead and come out of that split, and we're just going to go into a middle split. Perfect. And as you guys stretch these stretches at home, you can definitely, grab a couch cushion or grab your couch and overstretch these splits. Put your front leg on something elevated. You can also put your back leg on something elevated to just give you a little bit of an extra stretch. Go ahead and come out of that middle split. And then if you guys want to go into child's pose, do you know what that is? Like how Riley is reaching forward with both her hands. Sit your butt back onto your feet. Yeah, put your head down. Yeah, so this is child's pose, okay? So as we're stretching and as you guys are stretching at home, as you're doing back stretches, this is a great like in-between stretch to relax your back and kind of stretch the muscles opposite of what you're doing. Okay, so we're going to stand up and we're going to get into some of our partner stretches and actual body position stretches. So we're going to start with our partner stretches for our front stretch. Okay, so if you have a sibling to help you, if you have a parent to help you, we can definitely do that. But we're going to have one of our friends going to be down on their knees, yes, and the other friend is going to be behind them.
I'll put them in.
Yes, and we're going to kick that leg straight in front, and our friend is going to help with pull it up. Okay, we want to make sure that leg, that our shoelaces of our shoe are facing towards the back wall. Yeah, we want to make sure that our hips are not open. Can you guys show that incorrectly? Like our hip open and our shoelace turned to the side. Yeah, we want to make sure it's not like that, and see how Taylor's hips are like sticking out to the side. We want to make sure it's not like that. We want to see a straight body line, really straightening that. Same thing like I said with the other stretches, really make sure your leg is straight because it's really not benefiting us to stretch that with a bent leg. We're going to hold that for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to switch legs and do the other leg. And really, if you're the person standing and stretching them, make sure that when you're holding it, you're not pulling it past too far where it's painful, but we do want it to stretch. And just make sure you're holding a constant pressure on it. So as we hold that, we're just holding it straight in the whole time. We're not like, we're not letting it like bounce back and forth. Yeah, we're just like holding it consistently, really getting a good stretch in there. All right, so I won't have you guys switch, but if you're doing this with a partner, this is when you would switch and stretch each other. We are going to go ahead and do our wall front stretches. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to sit in a pike up against the wall. Okay, so we really want to make sure our booty is all the way up against the wall and our back is straight. Toes are pointed, legs are straight. We're going to reach forward and we're going to grab our right foot and we're going to pull it up to a front stretch as far as you can pull it. Okay, if that's just a little bit, if that's all the way to the wall, like my friends here, okay, we're going to pull it wherever we can, and we're going to hold that for 5 seconds, and then we're going to let it relax. Okay, so you guys can bring it back down after you hold it for 5 seconds, and we're going to do that 3 times. Okay, so down, pull it up, hold it for 5 seconds, and then drop it down. We're going to do 3 times on each leg. Okay, really remember those legs are straight, our toes are pointed, our shoelaces are facing towards the wall. Don't let those hips open. Yeah. And really try to keep that back straight as you do this. Okay, don't go from like sitting up with like your arms like down and using your back to pull it. Okay, yeah, go and do the other leg after you do that leg. 3 times, 5 seconds each. Really the key with body positions is just doing them a bunch and doing them all the time. And really just getting those body positions like ingrained in your brain and the correct technique ingrained in your brain. Perfect. Yep. Okay, cool. You guys can stand up. So that's what we're going to do for our front stretches. Now we're going to get into back stretches. Okay, so if you have a partner, your partner can help you with this as well. But we're going to get into a bridge. Okay, our friend that's being stretched is going to get into a bridge. And yeah, you can. We want to make sure that our feet are together, our legs are nice and straight. And then what my friend is going to do is they're going to go grab around the upper shoulder region, and we're just going to give a light, gentle stretch on those shoulders. This is really going to help us stretch out our shoulders for our back skills, okay? And we just want to hold that for like 10 seconds and then let them relax a little bit. And then we're going to do it again. We're going to do that 3 times. Yep, like that. If you don't have a friend to stretch you, you can do this up against a wall, and you can push your shoulders. So you want to face the wall when you do your bridge, and then push your shoulders into the wall as close as you can and try to get your chest touching the wall, and then just relax from there and kind of rock on your own using your legs. So we're going to come out of that. If you need to do a child's pose in between that to stretch, that's totally fine. And then next, we're going to lay down on our stomachs. And our friend stretching. We're going to put our hands behind our ears. Yep. We want our make sure your face is straight on the floor. Yeah, nose to the floor. Yep. And we just want to stretch your shoulders. So we're going to take one arm and stretch it back first. Yep. Yeah, keeping that other arm down, stretching the shoulder. We're going to hold that for a few seconds. We're going to switch and do the other arm. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to hold that for a few seconds, and then we're going to do both arms. Yeah. Really getting some good stretches with our friends. All right, and then Taylor's going to go ahead and take her arms and stay laying down, Taylor, and stretch her arms straight out in front of her. Riley wants to grab below her elbows, keeping her arms as straight as possible, and then she's going to pull back and stretch that right there. This will help stretch out our back and some more shoulder stretches. Perfect. Making come out of that. And then we're going to go ahead and do our back stretching on the wall. Okay, so my friend being stretched is going to go face first, standing up against the wall. If we do not have a partner, tell us what we can do without a partner. So for those ones that were laying on the ground, you can just stretch your shoulders this way. Like I said, those bridges, you can reach back. You can put your hands, I'm not very flexible, but you can use the wall to help stretch your shoulders. And same thing, it's just these stretches they're doing against the wall. Did you do both legs, Taylor and Riley? Make sure you do both legs. This you can just do on the floor. If you have a band, if you have like a band or something, you can attach that to your foot and pull it back yourself. Also, one of my favorite stretches for scorpions that we won't show you today, though, is to get in a door frame and do a split, kind of like what they look like, a split up against one side of the door frame, and then use your hands in front of you to walk up the other side of the door frame, and you'll get that same stretch that they're doing here. So yeah, sometimes you're going to be a little bit creative, but you can find ways to do this without a partner. Perfect. So that is a majority of the stretching that we're going to do for body positions. And so this next part, we're just going to pull each body position. Normally, I would say I want you to do each of these body positions 3 to 5 times and hold them. But Taylor and Riley, just for sake of time, are just going to go through. We'll just go through each of these skills once and just kind of go over the techniques of them. Okay, so we're going to start with a heel stretch. Okay, so for a heel stretch, I want my flyers to start. Oh, yeah, you can pick it up so we can see. So I want you to start in a high V. Okay, and then I just want us to kick our leg up to our hand. Okay, so we're going to kick it. I want you to hold it for an 8 count, and then you can drop it down. And then we're going to do that on the other leg as well. So start in a high V, and then we're going to kick that foot up to our hand and hold it for an 8 count, and then we're going to drop it. Yes. So for these, if you're not normally a flyer, if you need to work on your balance a little bit, it's also, you can do these up against the wall to help you keep your back straight. The most important thing for stretches, especially in general, is that when we go to kick our leg, that we don't reach forward to grab our leg, that we kick our leg up to us. So Taylor, can you face the side? And I want you to show us if you were to kick a heel stretch and like reach over and grab your foot. Okay, so just like kick like that. Yeah, so this is what we don't want to happen, because what happens is if you're in the flyer in the air, notice how her butt is sticking out. And we don't want to be like that. Okay, we really want to keep our chest up and our hands in a high V, and kick that foot to us when we kick it. Again, if you're not used to holding these body positions, if you have a partner, you can do these up against a wall. You can have someone lift your leg to you and then hold it up against the wall as well, just to practice those body positions. So that is our heel stretch. Next, we're going to do a front stretch. So from our heel stretch, we're in a high V. Our front stretch is going to be directly, we want to get it as close to in front of our nose as possible. So we're going to start clean, and when we kick it, we're going to grab it with both hands at the same time in front of us. So go ahead, Taylor. Go ahead and kick it up. Yep, and see, we just want to hold that straight in front of us. Yes, we really want to be squeezing our core and our hips and our legs and make sure that we're not leaning over to the side or letting our foot turn out to the side. We want to keep that leg straight in front of us. We want to keep our shoelaces facing the back. We're going to hold that for an 8 count, and then we're going to drop that, and we're going to kick up the other leg. Perfect. And notice how maybe this is not as flexible of a leg for her, but we're still going to make sure that our legs are straight, our toe is where it's supposed to be, and we're going to hold it there. And the more she does this, and if she does this every single day, it'll get better and better as she keeps doing it. And again, you can do these up against a wall as well to help you with that balance some more. So those are going to be our heel stretches and our front stretches. And like I said, I would recommend as you go through a flyer stretch, you're doing these 3 to 5 times each and holding them for an 8 count. Okay, next we're going to go to our scale. Okay, so for our scale, we want to face the side. Okay, when we grab this, we're going to put one hand on our hip and the other hand we're going to grab behind on our foot. So you can go ahead and just grab it, Tay. And then from there, we want to pull it and extend it and try to get our leg as straight as possible and hit a high V with our other hand. So notice how Taylor's leg is super straight. That's what we want in a scale. We want our toe pointed. We want our leg straight, just like all of our body positions. And if you're having trouble really getting that leg straight, you can slide your arm closer down to your knee, and that will help you with that. Don't keep holding your ankle if we can't straighten our leg like that. So that is just going to be how we pull a scale. And then once you have that scale, great. So Taylor, go ahead and do the other leg as well.
Okay.
Yep, so notice how she has to slide down a little bit to get that leg straight, but that was great. Good job, Tay. All right, so next we're going to do a kick-up scale. So once you have your scale down, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to start to the side, and I want you to try to kick it up and keep your leg straight the whole time as you kick it. So see how she's going to kick it right to that scale position. Yeah, so this is more like advanced after you have your scale. Yes, it takes a little bit more body control, but we can do that as well. Right, go and do the other leg. And then remember, as we're doing these body positions, we want to try to hold these for like an 8 count after we kick them and are in the position. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to go to our scorpion. Okay, so when we're just pulling a scorpion, we want to make sure that we're turning that hand. I say like you're grabbing a hamburger and then flipping it like this. So grab the front of it, Tay. Grab the other way. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Yeah, so you want to grab it like that. Flip it. Yeah, we want to turn it and grab it when we pull a scorpion so that we can keep our hands in front the whole time when we grab that. So go ahead and just pull a scorpion. Yep, so that way her hands are facing this way the whole time and we don't have like arms facing the side or anything. Yep, and then I'm going to have her pull the other side. Just try your best. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Perfect. All right, so that's just going to be our scorpion. Like I said, we're going to hold that. If you have a partner, they can grab your leg and your stomach and kind of push them together as you pull a scorpion. So Tay's going to show you. They can do like that, and they can help you push it together to really try to get those. I know our goal is always to have super straight leg scorpions, so that's how we can stretch those and get those closer to that. And then our last body position is just going to be a kick up scorpion. Okay, so we're going to be facing the side. When we kick this, we want to make sure that we keep both our arms in and we're not opening our shoulders to kick these. So go ahead, Rye. So she's going to kick it. She's going to grab her foot, and then she's going to do her best to extend it. Yes, this takes a lot of body control and balance. Yes, so this is a more advanced skill, but that's something I just want you guys to keep practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing. If you're not quite there, just attempting to kick it 25 times a day and just kicking and kicking and kicking and grabbing is how you're really going to get that. So those are all your body positions. Like I said, I would encourage you guys to do those 3 to 5 times a day and just be holding them for as long as possible. Obviously today you're not going to do this 30 minutes of stretching and all of a sudden have like the most beautiful body positions. But if you guys do these every day and stay consistent on them and are pulling your body positions, I promise you that you will make progress over time. And I know we have a lot of time to be working on this. So my challenge for everyone today would be to do this stretch, pull your body positions. I would encourage you to take a picture of your body positions today. You can DM them to me, you can send them to me, you can email them to me, you can Facebook message them to me, but I want you to take progress pictures of your body positions today, and then I want you guys to do these stretches every single day for the next week, for the next 2 weeks, for the next month, and I want to see your progress over the next few weeks. I want to see how flexible we can get and how great we can get our body positions. Okay, and that's for flyers. If you have super great body positions on your, what we would call our normal flying leg, I want to push you to try to get it on your other leg. Like I know my 2 Flexy friends right here, they have straight legs in their scorpions right now, but I'm going to challenge them to work on their opposite leg scorpions and get straight legs on those. Okay, so I have a challenge for all of you. I want to see your progress pics today after doing this class. And then I want you guys to keep updating me in the next few weeks. But thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Riley and Taylor. You guys were awesome. I miss everyone in the gym, and we will see you guys hopefully soon. Have a great rest of your day, and keep working on being flexy. Bye, friends.